Hey everybody, welcome back to Greasy Boy Customs. We're getting ready to load up the trailer and head to South Carolina with my brother Nick and our friend Ryan to go pick up something I don't necessarily need, but it's pretty damn cool and I couldn't pass it up. All right, so we went on a road trip yesterday. My friend Ryan found a transmission for my flatbed, and he was like, "Oh man, by the way, this truck it's in is pretty cool. You can probably buy the whole truck at a really good price." Well, it was. So we drove to Loris, South Carolina. It's about 2.5 hours away, and we went down there and picked up this truck because I needed it, right? Have you ever woke up on a gorgeous day and said, "Man, the only thing that would make this better is a road trip with 4 or 10 of my favorite people in one vehicle"? But the vehicle for this road trip can't be any vehicle. No, 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 no. It needs to be something American made, as strong and heavy as a Sherman tank, cool looking, versatile, and most importantly, it's got to be bad on gas. Well, then that would make the 1987 Chevrolet Suburban 1500 two-wheel drive the vehicle for you. And here we are. We picked up this sweet 1987 Chevrolet Suburban 1500, or a 10, as designated on the badge on the side. Now, the 87s were important because this was a transition year where they started the TBI engines. Now, TBI stands for throttle body injection. A lot of people will know this as the unit that kind of looks like a carburetor, but it has 2 injectors in it. On the runs of the Suburbans from like 73 up until this 91 body style, they had every kind of engine combination, transmission combination you could think of. And they also had a small stint with a diesel option. Now, there was military applications. We're not talking about that. We're talking about civilian applications. You had, for a while, the 6.2 Detroit diesel. Not a terrible engine. I don't have a lot of experience with that particular engine, but they're pretty tough. Then you had the 5.7 diesel engine. For those of you who have owned them, you either absolutely loved them or you hated them. You probably hated them because everybody seems to rip them out and throw them away. It's probably for a reason. I've never personally worked on one. I've only seen one that came with it still have that engine in there. There was a reason for that, I'm sure. Also, in this 87 to 91 run of the Suburbans, you had the introduction of ABS on those vehicles in 89 or 90, if I'm not mistaken. ABS is obviously a standard feature today, and it was already a standard feature in a lot of vehicles back then. But now you have this 5,800-pound tank hurtling down the highway. It's nice to have a little bit of a security in your soul, knowing that it might actually stop. Now, when it comes to the way we were towing it home with a 1500 Chevy pickup, the whole stopping thing, it kind of works. That thing weighs a lot. It was kind of terrifying driving it back 2.5 hours with a clapped out 1500 Chevy. Sorry, Nick, your truck's clapped out. I'm just being honest. Now, yes, clear coat is peeling a little bit, but look at how solid it is in here. It's not rotted out at all. Even the bottoms, look at that. This is probably like the worst spot right there, and that's like nothing. This thing's in great shape. Got a small dent, nothing crazy. Still completely together. This is the tailgate style where the window rolls down, not the 2-door barn door style. Take a look inside. Everything is intact on the dash. The dash has some wear on it. It's pretty common with these. The headliner's pretty new in it. You got, count them, 1, 2, and there's a 3rd row that goes back there that my brother has in his truck. It needs to be cleaned out, but look at that. The rockers, nice and solid. All the parts are on the doors. No kind of crazy damage on the front. You got a loose headlight and the grill needs a little bit of help. Again, on this side, clear coat's peeling, but like no rot. Just small little things. Nothing to really be concerned about. I'm pretty impressed with this truck overall. Some other interesting facts about the Chevy Suburbans. The longest running nameplate in history on American vehicles. Now, this is according to Wiki, Google, Mahava, whatever it's called. But, started in the 30s, and still today, you have Suburbans. It's for a reason. It's because they're awesome. Now, the ones in the 50s and older, they weren't the Suburbans. They were, a little bit shorter. They were more like panel trucks. The ones we have today are for soccer moms or, people like me. I'm in the same category as soccer moms. So my question to you is, if you pick this thing up at a steal of a price, and in this kind of shape, what would you do to it? Now, being a two-wheel drive, I'm not a fan of lifting two-wheel drive vehicles. Me personally, put a little bit larger wheel on it, lower it, possibly bag it, or, just leave it stock and roll it around and enjoy it. There's no current plans for this truck as of now. I am sourcing the transmission out of this from my flatbed, and after that, I'm not really sure what happens right now. We're putting feelers out there and seeing if maybe myself or one of my friends would like to build this truck and turn it into something really cool. But again, feel free to comment below with maybe what you've done to yours or what you would do if it was yours and what you love or hate about these particular trucks. One last thing before I go, you might notice this awesome new sign behind me. Mark from Straight Voltage painted this up for me. This is going to be our new shop sign. Stay tuned. We're going to probably feature some more cool stuff from him and some different artwork he's provided us with. And also, don't forget to go visit our website. We've got all of our merchandise on there, as well as pictures of current and past projects and contact information as well. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, happy hot rodding.